So I want to talk to you about the warnings against antichrist. Antichrist is kind of a topic that scares a lot of people. If there's some major mystic supernatural power, then nobody wants to talk about it. Let's just talk about being kind, compassionate, social justice, and love one another, so that we please everybody and offend nobody. But God comes in and teaches us about the antichrist. So what are antichrist or antichrist? Same thing, antichrist. Who are they? Antichrist already been released in our world today. There are many small ones, but of course the big one, Satan himself, the devil. So since the antichrist is around the world now, 1 John chapter 2 verse 18 onward says, "Children, it is the last hour, as you have heard that antichrist is coming." So now many antichrists have come. Remember when John wrote this book called 2 John, he already announced this is the last hour. So you see that theologically, in the historical redemptive plan of God, the last hour of the end time has already begun since the resurrection of Christ. So we are at the last dispensation, maybe not very good word, last period of time when before the return of Christ. So this is called the last hour. We've been going on for 2,000 years. So we don't know how long it's going for. But more importantly, Antichrist is already in the world. But now, it's just on a more increasingly intense measure. Okay, so you can see this is what's happening. You heard the Antichrist coming. John said, you heard that. Antichrist is coming. So many Antichrists have come. You know, this is probably the year of Jesus died AD 33. This is probably AD 70. AD 70. This is like first century Antichrist have come. And yet today in our population, we are still on the 21st century. We're still talking that, what is Antichrist again? If Christians don't know what Antichrists are, who they are, in this 21st century, and not being aware of them, shame on you. You should really buck up and read about it. And the book of Revelation especially, there are so many of them. Just expose it. You can't just read love your neighbor, you know. God is kind and all that. Oh, we need all this. We need the whole spectrum of the revelation of God. The whole Bible is a revelation of God. All right, so it goes on. Therefore, we know that this is the last hour. There you go. So John said, children, is the last hour. As you have heard, the Antichrist is coming. So now many Antichrists have come. Therefore, we know that it is the last hour. You see, even John concluded, this is the last hour now. Because many Antichrists have come. He has seen them, he heard of them, he probably met them, he rebuked them, fought with them. Who are these Antichrists? Interestingly, they went up from us, but no offers. If there had been offers, they would have continued with this. But they went out, it might become plain that they are not of us. These Antichrists are people who were Christians before. Can you believe that? They were Christians before, but they left the orthodox doctrines of the church, of the Bible, and then deconstructed themselves and caused a huge damage to the church. So they are called Antichrist. Okay, so these are actually people. They're not spirits floating around. But I'm just saying that these people are influenced by the spirits, the cohorts of the demonic, like C.S. Lewis' letter, school tape letter. I wish they assigned that book for my C.S. Lewis class. They didn't. But that shows you that is such intense spiritual warfare that is really going on between the two of them. Okay, so who are these antichrists? They are the one who left the church. That's right. They didn't come from Hollywood. Okay, they didn't come from some liberal media papers, New York Times or Washington Post. There can be snippets of it, but they came from the church, within the church. So, okay, so that's the first video.